Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. In today's video, we are playing with the new Nomad Cosmetics release, the Verona Love and Death palette. I am so excited for this. I got so stoked when I saw them doing the sneak peeks, and then when this arrived, I lost my mind. This is such a pretty palette. I've had so much fun with this so far, and I'm really excited to share it with you. This is launching on Tuesday, January 24th, around 12:01 a.m. EST, and you can use my affiliate code battybean to save 10% on their site, and I appreciate it so much if you use it. I will have all of those launch details down in the description box for you, as well as a link to their site. And now we're gonna dive into the palette itself. In this video, I'm gonna show off the palette, give you swatches, close-ups. I'll be creating 2 looks with this palette. I also do intend on doing an additional look on my Instagram and TikTok soon, so just stay tuned for that. And yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. So without further ado, let's just hop in and chat about the palette. I just love this packaging. This is probably some of my favorite packaging they've done so far. I think it is absolutely breathtaking. And then it opens up on both sides like this. So you could treat it as a 9-pan over here or a 9-pan over here, and I think that is such a cool idea. And the inside is honestly breathtaking. I love how the 2 different sides balance each other out so well. I love how bright and poppin' the red pink side is, and then just how moody and delicious the more cool tone like burgundy blue side is. It is so pretty. The shimmers in here I feel like are on another level for Nomad. They are so shifty and sparkly and twinkly. I am having so much fun with this. I find Nomad's formula to be so easy breezy to work with, super beginner friendly. Everything is so blendable and buildable. And again, these shimmers, I'm so excited about them. I can't wait for you to see these shadows in action. So let's just move on in to the 2 looks. And then at the end of the video, I will give you my thoughts so far on the palette. Hello, how's it going? I'm so excited to play with this beautiful, lovely Verona Valentine's-y palette. I even have like my spooky Valentine's coffee next to me. I felt like it was fitting for the occasion. So my plan is in this 2 looks video to kind of do 1 look with each half of the palette, and then with my Instagram video and TikTok, I'm gonna kind of combine the 2 sides. So for this look, I'm really wanting to play with this pinky red side. I wanna do a huge wing with shimmers all over, and then a really heavily smoked out lower lash line. It's gonna be so delicious, very like vampy Valentine's-esque, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So let's get to priming. I'm gonna use my Sigma eyeshadow base. I'm just going to smear this on and blend it out. What are you up to today? I am just getting ready for work. I have nothing exciting going on right now. My best friend Mackenzie was in town for the last week or so. She went home yesterday from Montana, and I already miss her so dearly, but it was so nice spending some time with her. And now I feel like I'm just getting back into the work grind. So I do want to kind of have like a base of colors on my like crease area to kind of peek through behind the wing. So let's do that first. I'm gonna take Paradise. I'm just gonna use this MOTD Cosmetics Seamless Sheer Blend Brush. And I'm just gonna kind of, just messily, it doesn't have to be anything precise, just kind of swirl this through the crease. I'm not worried about my lid at all because this wing is gonna overtake most of my lid area. I just want a little bit of pinkiness kind of peeking through behind the wing, you know? Oh, I guess side note, my accessory details, I'm not really wearing any jewelry today, but this wig is just an old wig from Amazon, and this is a CC brand beanie. All right, let's get back to it. I like this. I do think I want to add just a smidgen more pink, so I want to take Balcony now. Just using the same brush, just gonna do kind of the same thing. Ooh, that is so cute and bright. I just wanted a little extra pop of brightness going on in here. This is gonna be a very dramatic look, so let's just lean into it, you know? So moving on, let's do my giant wing now. I'm gonna take my gel liner from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. It's probably my favorite gel liner ever. I'm gonna take this teeny tiny e.l.f. brush. It's called a concealer brush. I don't know in what world this would be a concealer brush, but that's what it's called. I'm just gonna grab some of this product, smear it across the base of my lid close to my lashes, look up so I can see where it transfers, although this Blend Bunny gel liner is so good it doesn't really transfer. Let me just try to load up some more, look up really quickly. Okay, yeah, I can see a little bit of a line there, so that's gonna be kind of my line that I work with. I'm going to draw my tail out towards the tail of my brow, kind of like that. And then I'm gonna start kind of like right where my crease is. I'll perfect it more in the corner later, but I wanna start by just creating that roundness up to that line where that teeny bit of transfer showed, just because that's where I know that's where my eyelid transfers into my crease. So I'd rather just account for that, you know, cover that up with liner and shimmer so that when my eyes are open, it doesn't like transfer and ruin my look later. Because I've already planned for it. So kind of just creating that round shape there in the front. Now I'm gonna kind of take and perfect this line towards my wing a little bit. Just grabbing little bits at a time. Kind of building up in this corner and scooping up and out into this wing. And that's pretty much the general shape. I need to like perfect this a little bit, but basically all I'm gonna do now is fill this in and then put my mirror really, really close to my face and perfect my lines and make sure everything is good. But yeah, this is basically it. So I'm gonna finish this one up and then do the other eye and then we'll move on to the shimmers. All right, I am back and ready for action. I'm gonna take my NYX glitter primer as usual. I'm gonna take this little Colourpop brush, I guess it's not that little, this E24. It's a little bit of a larger, flat-ish brush, and I'm just going to slather this glitter primer all over the black base that I put down. This sticky base is just gonna keep everything really still and put, and it's gonna shine to its biggest potential ever. So I wanna use Comedy on the outer part of my wing and Romeo on the inner part. I think this is gonna be so, so pretty on the lid. I'm so excited. Just taking the shade Comedy first, I'm just gonna start slowly building this up. Oh, that's already so pretty. It's getting really close to the edge of that wing. I'm gonna use a different, more small, precise brush to get into that tail portion. I'm just trying to lay it on here in the outer half. I'm just gonna take this little angled brush from e.l.f. to fill in this wing with. Again, I'm just taking a little bit at a time just so this stays within my control. I don't want it to get messy everywhere. Oh my gosh, I'm loving the way this looks on the wing. It's so pretty. Oh, that is mesmerizing. I love it. So I'm just gonna flip that brush over to the clean side and I'm gonna take Romeo. I'm gonna do the same thing but in the front, just building up and packing on this Romeo shade. Ooh, that is pretty. I feel like that bluey purple shift shows a lot over the black base. It's really cool. Just trying to tuck it really close to the edge of that base there. Oh, I love that. I'm gonna take a little bit more Comedy now and just start kind of merging the seam where those two meet just so it flows really, really nicely between the two shades. I love this. I think this is so pretty. I just love those shifts. I feel like you can really see all the undertones going on. Oh, this is magical. Okay, let's move on to that smoky lower lash line now. Gonna start with my KVD Beauty Trooper eyeliner pencil, and I'm just going to start heavily smudging this all up in my waterline and also a little bit right under that lower lash line, just getting it really smudgy messy. I'm gonna take this little pencil brush. This one's from Alter Ego. So I'm just smudging this with no product on it just to get it kind of smooth before I start going in with some shadows. All right, let's start adding in the colors now. I'm gonna take the shade Quill. I'm gonna use another pencil brush. This is an A12 from Spectrum. And I'm basically just gonna run this right over top of the black just to kind of set that black down a little bit and add the color in before I start blending it out and making it super, super blown out and smoky. I want this to almost fade into that wing just a teeny bit as well. Next, I want to take Love, this bright red. With that, I'm going to use this Luxie 121. It's kind of like a fluffier pencil brush, like a really small blending brush. And I'm going to start fluffing that on the lower lash line. Heavy focus on this outer part of my lower lash line. I've been doing that a lot lately, and today is no exception. Like, I'm gonna bring it all the way across, but like really focus on pulling it down and out once I get out here towards that lower third. Oh, I'm already loving it. I just love the vibe that this gives. It looks so ethereal when you do this. And finally, last matte is gonna be Rose. With that, I'm gonna use this Ace Beauté Paletopoly P2 brush. And I'm gonna go to town again, especially in this outer third of my lower lash line. Just really dragging it out and down. I am just obsessed with the way these are all playing together. I think this is so pretty. Last but not least, I just need to highlight my inner corner. I'm gonna use the shade Cupid. I actually used this as my face highlight as well today, and it's so super pretty. So just gonna dibble dabble this a little bit in the inner corner. Ooh, it's so pretty. It's really pretty in like a concentrated fashion because obviously I spread it out more for my face highlight. You know, just for the heck of it, why don't I just pop a little of this on my brow bone as well? Just for a little extra sparkle. And that's it for this first look. I'm going to just finish it up, throw on my lashes and something on my lips, and I'll be back when I'm complete. All right, and here's look number 1 complete. I love it. It's really just like kind of spooky Valentine's, and I love everything about it. These shimmers are so pretty. I feel like Nomad has outdone themselves with their shimmers in this palette. This is insane. I love all the different tones of pink and red. They all offer something different, and I'm really looking forward to playing more with those colors. The lashes I ended up throwing on are just an old pair of Noella lashes that are no longer available. I cut them in half, so they're like a little half lash moment. And then on my lips, I went with Cactus Flower Lip Clay from Kaleidos. So yeah, I hope you like this look. Let's move on now to look number 2. Hello, look number 2 coming at ya. I don't have much going on today that I didn't have on yesterday. Same wig from Amazon, same CC brand beanie, and this necklace was a gift from my in-laws. So yeah, we're gonna hop into look number 2. I'm so excited to play with this like more vampy side of the palette. I really wanna play with really a lot of this, like that mauve tone, all the shimmers are gonna go on my eyes for sure, that deep blue. We're just gonna get into it. I'm gonna prime with my Sigma eyeshadow base again. I'm gonna slather this on and blend it out. Alrighty, so I think I wanna start with Dagger. I'm gonna use this E38 side of this dual-ended Sigma brush. Just gonna grab a little bit of it, and I'm gonna swirl this all the way from inner to outer corner. I'm gonna do a little bit of a halo eye today, but I do wanna keep it fairly concentrated to my lid itself. Like I'll let this shade, because it'll be the lightest shade, buff out into the crease, but all of my darker colors I want to stay very concentrated today. So just doing little circular rounded motions, getting this buffed out. Gonna also take and swirl this on that lower lash line. All right, moving on, I wanna take Poison now. Beautiful, rich, yummy blue. I'm so excited for it. I'm gonna take this Sigma E27, and I'm just going to pack this in the inner and outer corner of my eye. Again, I'm not gonna take this like up super far. I want it to all stay pretty concentrated where I put it. So I'm just lightly tippy-tapping right where I wanna see it. Doing the same thing with the inner pocket of that lid as well. I'm gonna also drag this across my lower lash line, again keeping it pretty tight. And then I'm gonna take just a teeny bit more of Dagger, tap my brush off, holding the very end of my brush so that I have light pressure. I'm just very, very lightly gonna swirl along the edge of the blue on both the inner corner, the outer corner, and the lower lash line, just to get it really diffused. I'm not too worried with what the lid itself looks like, because that is going to end up getting covered with shimmers anyway. I'm more so focused with the blend going outwards. Just soft, small, little motions. Moving on, I do want to deepen it up with Death. Deepen it up with Death. That is my new motto. Just gonna pack this kind of similar to where I did the blue, just keeping it even tighter than I did the blue. This is a Blend Bunny E4 brush, by the way. Again, I don't want to get this black too carried away. I just want to add this for a little bit of extra depth before I start going in with my shimmers. I'm going to take just this little flat brush from e.l.f. because I do want it against my lower lashes, but I want to keep it very, very tight. So I'm going to use this tiny brush for that. Just scoot it up real close to my lower lash line. And then I'll use my little Blend Bunny brush. I'm going to wipe it off a little bit, and then I will buff that line out just a smidge. And then I'm basically just gonna kind of do the same thing. I'm gonna take just a teeny bit more of that blue, just the tiniest bit, and I'm kind of just gonna tippy tap over top of that black a little bit, just to smudge it out a little bit more. I'm using very, very, very soft, tiny motions with this. And I'm gonna do kind of the same thing down here, just buffing out that black even more. And I'll take just a little bit more of Dagger. Again, tiny, tiny little motions, just to make sure all of this stuff is blended nicely and buffed out really soft. I'm really liking the vibe of this so much. Moving on to the shimmers now. I'm gonna take my NYX Glitter Primer, of course. I'm gonna use the E54 packing side of that dual-ended brush from earlier. Just gonna grab some of that glitter primer and gonna pack it all across my lid. Focus heavy in the middle and let it feather out towards the inner and outer corner where I have those dark shades. I'm really liking this so far. I thought look number 1 was gonna be a shoo-in to be the winner, but I don't know, guys. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So I want the inner and outer part of my lid to be Tragedy and the middle to be Juliet. So starting with Tragedy, I'm picking that up on the same sticky brush, and this is gonna go on the inner and outer part of my lid. Ooh, that's already so pretty. I do want this to cover the majority of the lid. Juliet's only gonna go in the very, very center, but this is gonna be the predominant shade. I mostly am just gonna use Juliet to add a little bit of lightness and dimension right on the very centermost point. I love that color. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. You see how pretty that is? Oh, I love it. It's so deep and magical. I'm gonna flip that brush over to the clean side, take some Juliet, and I'm gonna plop this right in the very center. Ooh, that is nice. I like that a lot. That added a lot of interest there. So I'm basically just gonna add more tragedy now and just kind of redefine that a bit and just kind of keep tippy-tapping over with both shades until I like the blended merge of both. Again, I do want it to look like tragedy's the main point and that Juliet is just adding a little bit of interest in the middle. So just want to redefine that a little bit. Oh, I just love that. I think it's so pretty. Okay, moving on to the inner corner. I'm gonna take this beautiful, sparkly, magical shade. I actually used it as my face highlight today. I figured I would do that since I did that with look number 1 with the other highlighty shade. I'm just gonna pick some of that up and plop it here in the inner corner. Just gonna blend that out. And I might, again, just pop a little bit of the shimmer on my brow bone as well, because why not? All right, well, that's about it for this look. I'm going to throw on my lashes, an eye pencil, and something on my lips, and I'll be back when I'm complete. All right, this is my look complete. I absolutely love how this came out. It's like dark but whimsical, and I love it. I truly don't know if I like this one or look number 1 better. I love them both for different reasons. I've had such a good time playing with this palette so far. The eye pencil I threw in is Making Waves from Colourpop. I wanted to kind of bring forth a little bit more of that blue. These lashes are the same like chopped up Noella Lashes from yesterday, and this lip is Aurelia from Menagerie. I wanted to kind of play with that mauve tone that I put in my crease earlier, and I really like the combination. I think it plays really well. I feel like even my top and nails kind of fit this look really well. So yeah, this is the second look. I hope you like it. Let's zoom out and finish up this video, and I will give you my final thoughts on the palette so far. Thank you so much for watching my video. I know I can't decide which look is my favorite, so y'all have to let me know which look is your favorite in this video. I love this palette. I'm so excited about it. I think it's so pretty. This honestly might be one of my favorite palettes they've done. I think the Iceland still remains number 1, but this is definitely up there. I really, really vibe with this color story. I like that I can kind of break this up into 2 different 9 pans because a 9 pan is my favorite size of a palette. I guess on this pinky red side, the only shade I haven't used is Light, and it is a very cute pop-in like warm hot pink color. It's very, very pretty. And then on the more blue side, I didn't use either gray yet or this darker burgundy, but I've used the majority of the shadows so far, and I'm really, really excited about them. I'm excited to film my Instagram/TikTok video and kind of pair both sides together. I think it's gonna be really fun. I have so many ideas swirling around in my little brain. I'm just super pleased with this one. This is such a killer launch. I feel like this was really good timing due to in kind of this romantic but also deep and dramatic vibe for Valentine's Day. It is so pretty, and I'm just super excited. They have definitely started out on the right foot this year, and I'm just super excited to see what more is to come this year from them. I would love to hear your thoughts. What do you think of this palette? Are you excited about this launch? Do you plan on picking it up? Again, it's launching on Tuesday the 24th around 12:01 EST, and you can use my affiliate code battybean to save 10% on their site. If you made it to the end of this video, why don't you leave emojis that relate to love and death, since that's the whole theme of the palette. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me on my other socials. You can join the battybean fam. I am battybean on everything, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And if you want, you can subscribe. If you want to see more of my videos, I'm posting most days here as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye. The sun is coming out with a vengeance all of a sudden. Like as soon as I put down those shimmers, the sun was like, I am here. Let me shine my light upon you.